evening. Welcome to Shome's Setlist Sessions. My name is Frank Marino, and I'll be filling in behind the mic for the next half hour or so. Hal contacted me a few weeks back and said Shome wanted to air one of my concerts to celebrate my birthday, which was yesterday, by the way. And I thought that was kind of cool, but then he asked if I would come on the air and say a few words and guest host the program. So thanks to Shome for having me on, and thank you for joining me. I'm excited to be with you. Tonight's set list comes from a show I did several years ago at the Agora Theater in Cleveland, Ohio. It was a special concert because we had a film crew set up to capture the performance on video. Up until that point, I had never really considered making a live DVD because I kind of feel that they kind of missed the mark. I think live music should be when you're there, and music should be when you're listening to it. But anyway, there are exceptions to that. I really enjoyed the way Martin Scorsese captured The Last Waltz from the band, so that was, quite different from what we would usually see when people do videos. And so anyway, I was really blessed to have some really good friends of mine who work in video production, approach me about making the live DVD for me. And they said, Frank, you got to do this. And I said, well, can you do something like Scorsese did with The Last Waltz? Well, they actually knew what I meant, but, I'm delighted anyway with the way it turned out. They did go for it that way. They just stay away from the fast-moving cameras and stuff and keep it about the music on the stage. So you're only going to hear it tonight, but if you want to see what a great job these guys did with the DVD, you can watch a trailer from it on my website, mahoganyrush.com, or you can go to mahoganyrush.net/DVD, where you'll get a lot of info about it. And it's also where you can, grab a copy of it if you of the DVD and the Blu-ray. It's a box set, really, and you get the Blu-ray and the DVD, and I even wrote a book, or part of a book. I wrote half of the book. Anyway, let's jump into tonight's show. This is me, Frank Marino, with All in Your Mind, live on Shome's Setlist Sessions. Live from the Agora Theater. That's a song called The Answer, originally found on my fourth record, Mahogany Rush 4, and on the Black Live album from the late 70s. And the song just before that was The Wind Cries Mary, a cover of a Jimi Hendrix tune. I love to play Jimi Hendrix music, as people know. It's Frank Marino with you tonight on Shome 97.7, guest hosting the Saturday night Setlist Sessions. I really appreciate you tuning in tonight as I take over the airwaves at Shome and play you a portion of my new live DVD, Frank Marino Live at the Agora Theater. When my friends approached me about making a concert film, I wanted to make sure we covered everything from Mahogany Rush, or as much as I could. And I didn't want to leave stuff out, so we gave the audience their money's worth at that show. We played almost 12 hours that day. And got 57 songs on this box set. We broke it up into 3 sets with a couple of short breaks, but we were there all day, and we were even there the night before for 5 hours with the crowd. So there's like a whole bunch of hours there too, but I narrowed it down to the 6-hour solid music that's on this box set. And it 6 hours of that concert, they're all included on the DVD, and there's a lot of music. You can see the entire song list on the website, mahoganyrush.net/DVD, which is also where you can order a copy if you're interested. All right, let's jump back into the second half of tonight's concert, starting with track 1 from my album World Anthem. This is a live version of Requiem for a Sinner, live from me, Frank Marino, on Shome's Setlist Sessions. And that last track was Dragonfly, live at the Agora Theater on Shome's Setlist Sessions. Good evening, my name is Frank Marino. I hope you enjoyed tonight's set list. I had a real blast sharing that with you tonight, so thank you for joining me. All the music you just heard can be found on my new live DVD, Frank Marino Live at the Agora Theatre, which you can find on the website mahoganyrush.net/DVD or mahoganyrush.com in the front page. There's about 6 hours of music on the new DVD. It comes in Blu-ray and DVD, all in the box set, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So check it out. Hopefully you'll have as much fun watching it as we had making it. Just in case you missed it, my website again is mahoganyrush.net/DVD or mahoganyrush.com. Thanks to Hal for reaching out and asking me to do this, and thanks to Shom 97.7 for having me on. That was really cool. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go have a leftover piece of my birthday cake, and have a great night, and we'll see you soon.